The day we moved into our new home was supposed to be peaceful. After years of saving, months of paperwork, and one of the most stressful mortgage processes I've ever experienced, my wife and I finally stood in the driveway of what we believed would be our forever home. A quiet suburban neighborhood, wide streets, neatly trimmed lawns, kids riding bicycles, American flags hanging from porches. It looked perfect. Our 6-year-old son ran up and down the driveway, pretending the mailbox was a spaceship. My wife stood beside me, smiling, holding a clipboard with move-in notes. That's when I noticed her. She was standing on the sidewalk directly across from our house, hands on her hips, sunglasses on, short blonde hair, arms crossed like she'd been waiting. She didn't wave. She didn't smile. She stared. At first, I assumed she was just curious. New neighbors always draw attention. I waved politely. She didn't wave back. Instead, she marched straight across the street toward us. Each step felt deliberate, heavy, like she was approaching a confrontation, not a greeting. She stopped just a few feet from me and said, without introducing herself, "So you're the new people." Her tone wasn't friendly. It wasn't neutral. It was judgmental. "Yes," I replied, keeping my voice calm. "Nice to meet you. She cut me off. "I'm Brenda, president of the Homeowners Association." That immediately caught my attention. I frowned slightly. HOA. We were told this property isn't part of one. Her lips tightened. "Oh, it is," she said. "Every house on this street is expected to comply." That word, expected, made my stomach twist. I calmly explained, "We reviewed the deed. There's no HOA listed. Our realtor confirmed it." Brenda scoffed. "Well, your realtor lied. Everyone joins. It's how we keep standards." Behind me, my wife shifted uncomfortably. Our son stopped playing and came closer, sensing tension. I took a breath. "We're not interested. If it's not legally required, we'll pass." For a split second, I saw something flash across her face. Shock, then anger, then something colder. "You don't get to pass," she snapped. "This neighborhood has rules." I stood my ground. "We're happy to follow city laws, but we're not joining an HOA we're not part of." Brenda leaned closer. "You'll regret this." Then she turned and walked away. I remember thinking she was just another controlling neighbor. I had no idea that moment was the first domino. The next morning, we found a bright orange notice taped to our front door. "HOA violation warning." I laughed out loud. The grass was freshly cut. No trash, no noise, nothing out of place. Still, it listed unapproved mailbox height and non-compliant lawn edging. That was when irritation turned into disbelief. I ignored it. The next day, another notice. Then another, each one more ridiculous than the last. Trash cans visible for more than 30 minutes. Unauthorized window curtains. Improper driveway usage. My wife started to feel uneasy. "Can she actually do this?" she asked. "No," I said. "She has no authority over us." That's when Brenda escalated. One afternoon, I was unloading groceries when she appeared again. Clipboard in hand. "You owe the HOA $200 in back dues," she announced. I stared at her. "We don't owe you anything." She smirked. "I've already added late fees." That's when my patience snapped. "Brenda," I said firmly, "stop harassing my family. We are not members. Any further contact goes through our lawyer." Her face twisted. "You think you're special?" she shouted. "I run this street." My son started crying. That was the moment anger replaced politeness. "Leave, now." She stormed off. That night, police lights flashed outside our home. My heart dropped. 2 officers knocked on our door. "We received a complaint about domestic disturbance," one said. Shock washed over me. We had been eating dinner, laughing, doing nothing wrong. The officers quickly realized the call was bogus and apologized. As they left, one quietly said, "Between you and me, this isn't the first time we've had issues with that address." That sentence would come back later. Over the next 3 weeks, Brenda called the police 6 times. Noise complaints, parking violations, child neglect accusations. Each time, officers found nothing. Each time, our stress increased. My wife started sleeping poorly. My son became anxious whenever he saw police cars. That's when disbelief turned into fear. I documented everything. Dates, times, photos, video. Then one afternoon, 2 unmarked cars parked across the street. Not police. Men in suits stepped out. They knocked on Brenda's door. I watched from my window as she panicked, arms flailing, voice raised. They didn't leave. The next day, another cop showed up, but this time he pulled me aside. "You might want to file a harassment report," he said quietly. "And she's under investigation." "Investigation for what?" I asked. He hesitated. Can't say. That night at 6:12 a.m. I woke up to shouting. Then, FBI opened the door. I froze. Black SUVs filled the street. Agents swarmed Brenda's house. My wife grabbed my arm. What's happening? We watched in stunned silence as boxes, computers, and documents were carried out. Brenda was escorted outside in handcuffs. Her face, once smug, was pale, broken. A neighbor whispered, "She's been running a fake HOA, taking money, forging documents." Shock doesn't even describe it. Over the next few days, the truth exploded through the neighborhood. Brenda had created a fraudulent HOA. She forged bylaws, faked signatures, collected thousands in illegal fees. Worse, she used threats and false police reports to intimidate homeowners into paying. The FBI uncovered tax fraud, wire fraud, and identity theft. And every single report we documented, used as evidence. An agent knocked on our door. "Thank you for standing your ground," he said. "Most people didn't." That moment was surreal. Anger turned into validation. Fear turned into relief. Justice felt real. Brenda pled guilty. She lost her house. The fake HOA was dissolved. The neighborhood changed overnight. People waved, smiled, apologized. One neighbor said, "We thought resisting her would make things worse." I looked at my son, playing freely in the yard again. "No," I said, "silence makes things worse. Sometimes standing your ground isn't about being stubborn. It's about protecting your family. And sometimes, the loudest bullies fall the hardest."